The claim that America and Israel are winning this war is mostly a political narrative. But in reality, the situation is far more complex. Even though their fighter jets are intercepting bombs and missiles in the sky, that is not the full picture. This is being presented as a show of power, an attempt to send a message that they can do whatever they want, and no force on earth can stand in their way. But the reality is different. In this entire game, a major mistake has been made, one that is now slowly turning into a serious burden. Because the idea that power can control everything is something they tried to prove again. And that is where the biggest error happened. From the outside, it may look like the war is slowed down. The situation appears calm. But this is not peace. This is a silent fire. America and Israel believe they still have control over the situation. But in reality, they have entered a phase that is slowly slipping out of their hands. Because this war was started to demonstrate dominance, but its impact is no longer limited to Iran. It is gradually spreading across the entire world. The biggest mistake is seeing this conflict only as America and Israel versus Iran. In reality, there are two wars happening at the same time. The first one is visible to everyone, the air war, where America and Israel use advanced technology and modern weapons to strike targets. They have destroyed key sites and pressured Iran's defense systems. From this perspective, it may seem like they are winning. But in reality, they have not significantly weakened Iran's core military structure, because most of Iran's critical facilities are buried deep underground. So what we are seeing is more of a pressure campaign rather than a decisive victory. And then comes the second war, the one they failed to fully understand. This is the war against the global economy. Here, Iran has targeted a location that is outside the control of both America and Israel. Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway that looks small on a map, but in reality, it is one of the most critical energy corridors in the world. Nearly 20% of global oil and gas passes through it. Now imagine what happens if uncertainty spreads in this area. Iran didn't need to fully block it. That wasn't necessary. They only needed to create doubt, whether this route is truly safe anymore. Through drone activity, missile warnings, and maritime tension, they sent a clear message. This route is no longer as safe as it used to be, and that single message has shaken the entire system. The results appeared quickly. Shipping activity slowed down, oil supply decreased, prices started rising. And the impact is no longer regional. It is affecting the entire global economy. This is where the entire game shifts, because no matter how much air power America and Israel display, they cannot change this reality. This is no longer just a military war. It is a game of geopolitics and economics. You can destroy a city with bombs, but you cannot erase the importance of a global sea route. And this is where Iran has gained a strategic advantage. Instead of fighting directly, they have targeted a space that their opponents cannot fully control. America and Israel always believed they could come from outside and control everything. The original calculation behind this war has now started to collapse. Now there are three choices: negotiation, inaction, or escalation. But all three come with serious consequences. Negotiation would be seen as weakness. Doing nothing would increase economic pressure. Escalation would lead to even greater risk and cost. History shows that starting a war is easy, but ending it is far more difficult. And the biggest truth in this situation is simple: no one is fully winning. America and Israel are showing strength, but not finding a solution. Iran is creating pressure, but is not risk-free. And in the middle, the entire world and ordinary people are paying the price. This war teaches one important lesson. Power is not only about weapons. Sometimes strategy, geography, and timing can put even the strongest power under pressure. And that is why this conflict is no longer just between two sides. It is slowly becoming a global pressure war. Like, comment, share, subscribe now.